future, faith, and freedom. That is the heart of First Liberty's new initiative, F3. And with me today is Nathan Shackelford to give us the full download of what F3 is all about. But Nathan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So just give us the rundown of what the overall mission and purpose is of F3.
Yeah, really, F3 is designed to educate, equip, and empower those in their 20s to 40s to know what their First Amendment rights are with religious freedom and to be able to make a difference in their communities. So it's focused on the next generation of leaders, of business owners, of moms and dads, of people that just are everyday people that want to know what their rights are and what they can do to advance those where they are throughout the country.
So how did the idea of F3 originally originate?
Yeah, so if you look at most nonprofits, the average supporter is 60. And I was thinking to myself, there's a huge gap there of people that are in their 20s to 40s that have their kids in schools, that are in the workplace. And if they're not involved with us, if they don't know what their rights are, when these situations come up, they're not going to know how to react and how to respond to those. And so we wanted to design a program that was really built more for how to get these people involved earlier on when they're just starting their families, when they're just starting their careers, and try to help them know what their rights are and then be able to advocate for those wherever they are in the country.
So speaking of teaching people what their rights are, we actually have a special video put together by Sean Fredrickson, who's also involved in this project. It's a man on the street video. I'm kind of excited. This is the premiere for it. So we're going to go ahead and throw to the video.
What does your faith mean to you? Your faith.
I don't know.
You want to answer?
You can answer the question.
What are your thoughts? What does your faith mean to you, bro?
I don't really talk about religion with people I don't know, so.
Well, my name's Sean.
I appreciate you asking.
Ain't Americans say that religion is losing influence in the public square, and in Britain, they're saying that 40% of Christians would prefer not to share their faith. Let's go around Carlsbad here in Southern California and find out what people on the streets think. All right, what does religious liberty mean to you?
I don't know. It's freedom to be religious.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What does it mean to you to have the freedom to express your faith?
I think it's okay to do that. I don't know.
Why don't you know?
I don't know. I just...
What does religious freedom mean to you?
Having the freedom to pick your religion.
All right, so what does your faith mean to you?
It means a lot to me because I love God. He loves me too. You know, I believe to be a good Christian.
Why do you think there's so many people that are afraid to express their faith?
The fear of being judged.
What does it mean to you to have the freedom to express your faith?
Well, it means basically everything because you can talk and live as you want to without interference.
What does the freedom to express your religion mean to you?
It means everything. My husband and I have just come out of 35 years of working in church world. He was a senior pastor at a pretty large church. Totally stepped out on faith, did a gradual resignation over about 4 months, and stepped out and just we told the Lord, we'll do anything you ask for us to do. As a result, in February of 21, my husband became the oldest man to ever go into the full-time chaplaincy in the Navy Corps. So he is currently deployed and fighting for that freedom of religion and to be able to express faith and to not be canceled and all of those things. So it means everything to me. Well, my husband will turn 60 in November, and like I said, the Lord has blasted this door open where he had 28 baptisms last month, which is super awesome, and I can show you a picture. This was his first battlefield service, and I can't tell you where he's at right now, but that's him serving right there.
What is the significance of your faith?
Probably just believing in like a higher power. God.
What advice would you give those that are afraid of expressing their faith?
The thing is, like, rights are kind of like, they're an abstract idea. Rights are enforced by men. Rights may have been endowed by God, but it comes down to men to like enforce those rights. And anyone who disagrees, it's like, well, you know, in this country, I have the right to defend myself, but you go to another country and you don't have that right. You're not allowed to have a gun. You're not allowed to defend yourself. You're not allowed to express yourself. So rights aren't just, you know, you can't snap your finger and have them. They have to be exercised. They have to be defended. And men are the one who have to like enforce these things.
What does your faith mean to you?
Faith is a reliance on something that you know is there, but you can't prove.
What does it mean for you to have the ability, the freedom to express your faith?
I think my faith is expressed in my actions, and I don't think there's any other way to express faith. So having the liberty to do that, I don't think anybody could take that away from me. I'd rather die.
What does your religious freedom mean to you?
And I think that's what it's all about. It's just why we live in America. If you don't have religious freedom, I mean, if you can't believe the way you want to believe and live the way you want to live, then you're just a slave.
What would you tell those people that feel intimidated to express their religious beliefs?
To express their religious beliefs? If you don't use it, you lose it. That's what I'd tell them.
He's right. If you don't use it, you lose it. Come on.
Wow, if you don't use it, you lose it. That is such a good line regarding religious liberty, especially in the United States. But it was kind of crazy listening to different people's perspective of what religious freedom means to them, or if they fully understand it. Some of them we have, you know, it was hopeful and was encouraging, and others it's like, oh my goodness, things like F3 are so needed. So what are your thoughts once you saw that video?
Yeah, I think you just see how some people don't even know the rights they have. They can't express it. They can't put it into words. There are others that kind of know the concept of it, but they don't know where it comes from or how they have these rights. So I think it's important to know the fundamental, just back to the basics of what does the First Amendment really say, and then what are the cases that we've built upon to really encourage and increase those freedoms throughout the country. So it's not just knowing where your rights started, but it's also how that has evolved over time.
Well, I'm so excited for F3 and just educating people for the future, and so they know where their rights come from and what their rights are. And one way we're also going to do that is you are getting a bunch of ambassadors on board and really mobilizing them in different parts of the country. So tell me a little bit about the ambassadors.
Yeah, our ambassadors are the ones that really see the vision of First Liberty and what we're doing in F3 and say, hey, this is something I can really want to get behind and go all in. So they're the people that are introducing us to their communities, whether that's inviting people to events that we do, helping us share things on social media, getting groups of people together, and then they're also doing what they can to support us in various means, like that could look like financially or introductions or lots of other different things. And so we have really strong groups right now in Dallas and Southern California, but we're already starting to pop up in other places like Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and Birmingham, Alabama. About to have Nashville, so kind of popping up all over the place now, and so we're looking to kind of grow it to have kind of ambassadors all throughout the country.
So if people want to get involved, how do they connect with you and get involved with F3?
Yeah, so the website for that is firstliberty.org/F3. There's some tabs about if you just want to get involved but you don't want to be an ambassador, there's a way to do that. And then there's an ambassador page that talks about what the ambassadors do, and all of and what they get in return. So that's all on there. But yeah, really the website is the best way to kind of see more about that. So firstliberty.org/F3.
That's awesome. And just reiterating that, firstliberty.org/F3 if you want to know more about this. So Nathan, thank you so much for joining today. Thank you for your passion and your work to really mobilize and educate the next generation of citizens and leaders.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you guys soon. Again, if you want to follow the rest of First Freedom Day, be sure to go to firstliberty.org. And you can follow us on all of our social media platforms today. We're really excited. We still have the opportunity to get involved with the $500,000 challenge grant between now and June 30th. Thank you so much in advance for your support. Everything we do here is because of you, and our clients will never receive a bill from us. So we really appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next segment.